Well, wow, episode 105 of Dragon Ball Super has come to an end. Wow, I gotta say, close to the end of the episode, I was kind of feeling a little heartwarmed because this episode was all about Master Roshi, the old man, as they kept referring to him as in the episode. I gotta say, this actually kind of turned turned me in a way because it's not very often that you get an episode where something sad might happen because that's what Dragon Ball's about. Sometimes you get your really happy moments and sometimes you might get your really sad moments, which Dragon Ball Z did that very well with the sad moments. And I think this is actually the first sad moment Dragon Ball Super has ever shown. Besides, I guess you could say they did show, I guess you could say the death of Piccolo and the Frieza saga was sad, but, I don't know. I found that a bit underwhelming. But, episode 105, the Tournament of Power, is still going. We had Master Roshi fight 3 people from the Universe 4. Both of them were female characters. And one was a male character. So throughout the episode, Master Roshi is a very smart old man. He's been throughout the entire tournament. Now I guess we can understand why we haven't seen him throughout most of the tournament. Throughout the tournament, he has been scouting the competition. He has been scouting all the people that are remaining on the field and has been scouting their powers and their techniques. And this girl with pink hair comes out and goes to attack him from behind, but he sees her and dodges her energy hammer. He says, "I've seen her." He says to her, "I've seen you fight, so I know everything about you." So then she ends up saying, "Okay, you seem to know a lot about me, but do you know anything else about me?" And then she just starts stripping. She takes off her shirt. She was wearing a shirt, right? She ripped off her shirt. She was showing off her bras. It looked like, but it looked like some kind of fighting gear, but it felt like bras as well. So she was trying to look all sexy and tried to pose for the old man, and he ends up faking. He ends up his face ends up turning red and he starts jumping at her like he wants to get his hands on her. Then she stops at the last second and then calls him a dirty old man. She tries to stab him, but then he goes like this. He stops an energy like this. And I kind of found that pretty cool. And then he was saying to her, I was just acting. I wasn't real. I was just acting." So he powers up. He goes into his muscle form, really intimidating the young lady. He gets really furious that she had to resort to flirting, or they used it in some other word, which I can't really pronounce, but I refer it as flirting. So she used the power of flirting to try and get the upper hand on him, and he really did not like that at all. So overall, the whole thing of the young girl trying to flirt with him and trying to make him touch her, it was just all a prank. He was just doing it. He was just acting it out. Wasn't being serious. So then he intimidates the young lady and she ends up grabbing her shirt, running off in tears. She runs off the stage, eliminating herself. She ends up eliminating herself and then another another woman appeared, and she looks like a demon, a ghost, a demon-like ghost, and then Master Roshi decides to pull out his Mafuba, or as the subs called it, the evil containment wave. I think that's what it's called in the English dub, the evil containment wave. So he uses the evil containment wave on this ghost demon female, eliminates her, and in the universe for God calls it cheating, that using an item is against the rules, which that was actually pointed out, that that like you can't use weapons, so then Beerus and the mouse, yeah, that's what the universe for God is, a mouse. So they start arguing. They start arguing over what's illegal and what's not illegal, and then then the Army Kings. I mean, the Army Kings made these rules, right? They made these rules. Even the Grand Priest. The Grand Priest made these rules, and what does the Army King say? It's safe. He can use it. And at the same time, I'm kind of thinking, you were the one that came up with these rules, so you're just gonna let Master Roshi just get away with using something that's apparently illegal because it was a weapon? But oh well, this is Dragon Ball, so. But oh well, this is Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball can get away with anything. Then we come to the final fight with a small little man with a hat on. He looked like a soldier, but not with guns. But and these two fight it out. Master Roshi continues to have the upper hand. He has had the upper hand on all three of these fights, and all three of his opponents have called him an old man. And the third fight becomes a little bit more challenging for Master Roshi. Master Roshi starts to wear down and starts to get tired out and starts to lose. Once he transformed, his opponent transformed, and he looked like an eagle. He looked like an eagle or a hawk, whatever you prefer, if you look at it. He starts beating him down, and he tells him, "You should retire, old man. You've passed your prime. You've passed your limits. It's time for you to retire." So then Master Roshi gets up, and this is where the sadness starts to come into the episode. Master Roshi gets up, and he starts talking about Goku and Krillin, how they've changed him, and how he is grateful that he met them, and how he was grateful that he trained them, and how they became fighters, and he starts and he does the Kamehameha pose. He starts to wind up the Kamehameha, and he starts bulking himself up, becoming more stronger, and the Kamehameha is becoming more stronger. Krillin's watching on in shock. Goku is stuck. He's fighting someone. He was fighting somebody. He was fighting some blue liquid guy who looked like he was blue liquid. Goku got trapped by him, and Master Roshi was powering up the Kamehameha, and then he nails the Kami style Kamehameha, as what he calls it, because that was the sponsor that Master Roshi represents, Kami style. So he did the original Kamehameha, the Kami style Kamehameha. And then and then Master Roshi's opponent does get eliminated. But then Master Roshi passes out. He falls down, he passes out. Krillin is scared. He wants to go down there and go down there and go help Master Roshi. But Supreme Kai tells him you can't enter back on the fighting field once you've been eliminated. So he screams out for Goku. Krillin screams out for Goku. Goku breaks out of that liquid guy's attack. He instant transmissions over to Master Roshi, and he grabbed an energy shot, and he started using the energy shot to attack his heart, like he was trying to bring him back to life. So this is exactly what Goku did in one of the episodes leading up to after the Goku Black story, because I believe Goku fought Hit another time afterwards that, and then Goku shot an energy wave up, and Hit attacked him, and then Goku died, but then the energy blast came back down, hit Goku in the heart, and Goku woke back up, and he didn't die. So Goku was pretty much trying to do what happened there by using an energy attack and attacking his heart, so that way he could, wake up. Master Roshi then finally wakes up, where Goku thought he died. Master Roshi wakes up, and then Goku helps Master Roshi out by putting his hand over his shoulder and carries him away. And that is the end of this episode, guys. This was actually a pretty interesting episode, I'm not gonna lie. Master Roshi, of all my years of watching Dragon Ball, and I've never watched the original Dragon Ball, guys, and I know I should, but I've never watched the original Dragon Ball. I've always started watching things up from Dragon Ball Z onwards, so I've only looked at Master Roshi as just a dirty old man in the series, like he doesn't really do much. But, seeing Master Roshi fight, I believe this is the first time I've seen him fight. Seeing him fight for the first time and seeing how, how great of a martial artist he really is, I think this was a great way to retire Master Roshi. I think this was a great way to retire Master Roshi. Master Roshi should after the Tournament of Power, when the Tournament of Power ends, I think Master Roshi should just retire peacefully, realizing that he proved to all the other universes, no matter how old you are, as long as you are a veteran of what you love, you can fulfill anything. And this is the type of thing we get in WWE as well. Ric Flair, he was a 60-year-old man. Everyone thought he should have retired, but he kept on going. Ric Flair had career-threatening matches, and eventually Ric Flair fell at the hands of Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 24, and he gracefully retired, realizing that he could have that one last match, that one last epic match with Shawn Michaels. That was Ric Flair. Same as The Undertaker. The Undertaker, well, he sort of retired. We don't know. There's been stories he was going to come back. But it's the same for The Undertaker. He had to wait for that one last guy to come along to try and prove that they can defeat him. But yeah, so this was a very interesting storyline, the way they portrayed Master Roshi here. I'm actually really grateful for that. It's great that they showed off Master Roshi, showing off a great veteran in the martial arts world of Dragon Ball. So yeah, that's that, guys. So anyway, guys, I'm not going to talk about episode previews because there's no reason to. The last time I made a episode preview predictions was episode 100, where I fought Hit and Jiren were going to have a fight. So yeah, I'm not going to do episode preview and predictions anymore. So anyway, guys, that has been my episode 105 of a Dragon Ball Super review. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you guys for more of my WWE content. Raw, SmackDown, and maybe some news reports if anything comes up. So, see you guys next time.